Terror Bear, hey,
Hey, hey, hey.
tearing up my heart. By the way, speaking of tearing up my heart, not to be a commercial, but do you know there's a new NSYNC podcast right now? Lance Bass and his husband are doing it's called Frosted Tips because that was like the hairstyle back then. And
Yeah.
they're interviewing different boy band stars. And they started with my favorite boy bander of all time, JC Chazé. So yeah,
Oh, I'm glad you told me that.
I know you
I'm
care.
not gonna listen, but
I love podcasts. So, y'all, Terror Bear, I was thinking about barriers to getting the thing done. We talk
Mhm.
about and we show strategy and all the things, and we're really focused on simplicity these days, right? And as I was creating the social story success blueprint back in the day, gosh, that was like a while ago now.
Yeah.
Where people used to get and still do get hung up?
I bet you I can guess because there's times where I can get hung up on this and it's content creation.
Yes, you got it. That's exactly what it is.
Content
Content creation.
creation.
Yeah.
Yep.
When I started and I created the social story success blueprint, say that 5 times fast if you can. We work on the storefront, and that's what we're doing. We do in the makeover, like working on the outside, like making sure that everything looks right. And the
Yep.
next step happens to be sales floor, which is all about your content. And I initially like showed everyone how to create their content and how to make a month's worth of content. And I said, once you've made a month's worth of content, move on. And people weren't moving on.
Why?
Well, so I went back and asked them, like, oh, it's just too hard to do a month's worth of content, Roxanne. I said, okay, hear that. Let's do 2 weeks of content. And that felt better a little to them. But I also realized to do that continuously, they were having issues. The content is the hard part. And if you
Hmm.
think about it, that's probably why we have so many people that come to us, like in Social Temples Club, who want the captions.
Hmm.
Hmm. Or even people who like social teams, people like, okay, I know how to do the content, but I don't want to create anymore. Y'all just do it for me.
You just do it for me. Exactly.
Mhm.
And we've got it. We are a machine over in social teams
Oh,
because
this is true.
we have, and I'm sure we're going to talk more about this, a framework that we follow month after month after month. And of course, we personalize it to the brand,
Hmm.
but the framework takes so much guesswork out of it.
And honestly, the framework is the hardest part.
Yes.
Don't you think? I mean,
Yes.
yes, we make the framework, but then like even that, like customizing it to our clients is a process. I mean,
It's a
it's
process. It's a process. And there's temptation to recreate the wheel. And maybe
Mhm.
people get stuck there too, but it's always back to the framework.
Yes.
It
Once you have it.
works. Yeah, once you have it, you just keep doing it. You don't have to recreate it.
Right. And so you're probably wondering, well, what's the dang framework, Roxanne? And I think that part of the framework really is knowing yourself. If you're, Turn, I thought you shut your eyes like you're home, knowing yourself. I realized you froze.
I think I froze. Yeah.
I'm like, she's having a meditation moment, knowing herself. Okay. And I'm laughing. That's really nice. But that's what it looked like. But it's like, first of all, knowing yourself and like your brand, knowing your audience, and then knowing what it is you're portraying out there. And I know all that knowing part is actually really difficult.
It is. It is. I mean, there's no if, and, or but to it. It is difficult, it's challenging, and it evolves.
It does.
You don't have
And
to
it,
get it perfect the first time.
right. And I think it also requires us to self-reflect without judgment.
Ooh.
Yeah, and that's the hard part. So back to this is going somewhere. Back to the Frosted Tips episode with JC Chazé. JC Chazé is one of the best, in my opinion. I didn't know we're going there today, but we're here. I love him, right? I would have married him if he would have had me. We've never met, but he is also like, he was the best NSYNC member ever. And here's the thing. He is like a unicorn or like a abominable snowman. You never see him. He's never out there on social media. He's like, so he's become very curious to people. And what he
Mhm.
said when they asked him, Lance Bass asked him, he's like, dude, where have you been? And he's like, I'm everywhere. I just don't post it on social media. And he said, here's the thing. Here's why. I just don't think people care what I'm doing. I just don't think people care. He's JC Chazé. Like, has
Yeah.
done all these things. And he's like, I don't think people care, so I don't post.
And people care.
And people care. If he's having this issue of people don't want to know what I'm doing, how can any of us not have that issue?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I have it. There's definitely times, yeah, where it's harder to show up.
Absolutely. And so I tell you that to let you know, like, y'all, there's never going to become a time where you're not going to be like, does people really care?
Mm-hmm.
There's never any time. So get over that. So get over it. But like, just realize you're never
Yeah.
going to feel like, oh, don't think that people that are big and stars and whomever feel like people care, right? Everyone has that feeling, that sense of doubt. So really lean into what you want. Then I'm also a big, so once you figure out that self-reflection, the second part of the framework I would say is figuring out your
Hero product.
That's right. That's right. And really relying and leaning into that hero product in a big way.
That is where people get tripped up too. But I want to do this and I want to do that, or I want to do both of these things. And we're like, those two things don't even go together. Or I've seen this with some of our people where it's like they choose something as their hero product, but we're like, wait, what's your background in? Wait, you have a degree in that? Why are you talking about feet when you are a skincare pro? Let's lean into that.
Yes. And they don't even realize that, oh, wait, that is a value. Like, oh, wait, that's important. Yeah, that's like an expertise that people care about.
Yeah.
So it's that. And I think that a lot of this, as I'm saying out loud, what I realize is it takes some perhaps having like someone coach you through it. And I mean that real like, hey, that's interesting. Because I remember what you're talking about exactly with that exact example. And that client didn't even realize till you were like, wait a moment. And then she's like, oh, wait, that is important. Oh, that matters.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you need people that aren't you to look and go, wow, that's really cool. Wow, that matters.
Yeah.
You know, with the hero product this morning, I got up early. We didn't watch TV last night. Scott's like, let's just go to bed. So, okay. So we go to bed. I'm like, pitch dark. What am I
At
gonna
like
do?
6 a.m. p.m. What time are you going to
We
bed?
went to bed at 7. You know, we go to bed early. We usually go to bed around there. I think it was 7. Anyway, as a result, I woke up at like 2:40 in the morning. Amazing.
Great.
So I'm
I did
sitting
see
there.
your little green dot on our little chat thing. I'm like, what is she doing?
And I did not go to the gym this morning. This is not a gym day. So I was reading my email and I get this
Mm-hmm.
new like something brew, which I'm really liking. It's just a second day, but it's like gives me little highlights and things. And one of the things it talked about was about how basically any fish in the rivers or the ocean, not the oceans, rivers or lakes in the US have those PFACs, that crap, like the bad stuff that's in it.
Okay.
Anyhow, I'm going somewhere. So when I saw this, I'm like, oh my gosh. So I reach out to one of our social teams members, her downline is a pro member. And so I reached out to both of them and I sent this. I'm like, y'all important. You should know this. And it started this whole conversation where I'm like, y'all, because have some strong feelings about their hero product and what it should be and why. And so I was walking them through and coaching them through literally in chat on like,
At
this is the framework. This
3
is
in the
like,
morning.
I put some of it inside of our chat too. You probably saw it. Yeah. And I'm like, this is it. Well, fortunately, one of them is the East time zone. So she was all for it. She's all about it. But it's even reworking and getting that clarity on that hero product and why the hero product's important. And even with this example I give, they've been tempted because other people in their company are looking at and focusing on other products to go down that route. And I'm like, listen, this is further proof that your hero product, the one you decided on, is so juicy that let's not mess with things like collagen. Everybody has a collagen. And
Mm-hmm.
so unless you're like Modere, and I know Modere, that is your hero product, let's focus on the thing that makes you wildly different and exciting. And so I literally like, it just came out of my head. I like downloaded like this is the framework. This is what you need to do. This is what you need to call it. Bum, 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 bum. I love coaching those things. Like they
Mm-hmm.
were like super excited. And I was like, I feel good and energized. And then Scott came home and was like, you need to take it down a notch. It's like, you're too much. You're at a
The
10. I'm at a
sun
3.
isn't even up yet.
But he went to go train. So I don't even know his issue. So I say that to say, sometimes you're going to, just like you just said, you're going to waver or want to waver from your hero product.
Mhm.
When you lean into that. Coca-Cola still sells Coca-Cola. It's been decades.
Right.
And what happened when they tried the new Coke? It didn't go over well. They had to go back to their hero product.
Mhm.
I'm gonna get some
Exactly.
Diet Coke, but Diet Coke is that's been
Right.
their bread and butter for a long time.
Exactly. It's just leaning into that hero product, even though it feels weird, it feels repetitive that you're talking about the
Feels
same
boring.
things. But that's why if you ever listen to like other business coaches who maybe aren't directly talking to social sellers, they're always talking about niche, 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 niche. This is a version of that.
Mm-hmm.
You need to then talk to your people. You're not selling to everyone with skin. Unless I saw a commercial last night for Vital Collagen, you know?
Vital proteins. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's the
And it
nemesis
said,
of a lot of you network marketers. Don't be mad at her. Keep going.
oh, I know. Well, and that's why I'm bringing it up because they're saying like it's for everybody who has a body. And I'm like,
No, they did not.
what? That's your marketing platform? However, they are huge.
Well, they have Jennifer Aniston.
That is not you.
Mm-hmm.
Do not follow that commercial. Like I saw that and I cringed and I was like, oh no.
I can't believe they said that.
Yeah, I don't know if it was something like that where I was like, oh my God, I can't believe they just said that.
I'm sure that their share of collagen has gone down thanks to the direct selling industry.
Yeah. Oh, I used to take it. It's so gross.
Oh, I used to take it too. That's all I knew. And then I
Yeah.
started taking other collagen.
Yeah. That actually dissipates into your water instead of leaves
Mhm.
nasty clumps.
Yeah. I want to do, I was in the kitchen this morning and I was thinking this would be so cool. Okay. And I think I want you to
Yeah.
do it with me. I think, if you've got a
What?
lot, I want to do a reel that's like, hey, how many products are you using right now from different network marketing companies? And then just like show them all like boom, boom, boom. Wouldn't that be fun?
Oh, that would be fun.
Right?
Yeah, I'd have to pull them all out.
I got a lot.
I know you definitely have. You have more than me.
I have a lot. People just don't even know what I've got.
Well, and my husband's rubbing off on me. We get rid of things that we're not consistently using. So
That's
I'm like, I
wonderful.
used to have so many other little things that I could pull out for that.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. I think that would just be so fun, like this and that and that and that. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So back to framework.
Framework. Okay, so you got to figure out that. So you're figuring out yourself.
Yep.
And you're figuring out your hero product.
Mm-hmm.
And then I hate to say it all just comes together from there. I know that sounds pretty like
It does. You just kind of create a content calendar and then you follow it.
mm-hmm.
Like every Tuesday, you post an educational post. Every Thursday, you go live on your stories. Like, write it down, write it out. Don't you think?
I do, but I think that we've just really simplified it. I think when people hear that, they're like, okay, but how many times should I go live on my stories? And when educational
yeah.
posts, what do you mean by educational posts? And my 4E's even like, what do you mean by entertainment? What do you mean by empowering? It's a little hairy after that.
It does get a little hairy after that. And obviously, we can't talk about it all in the podcast episode. But for people who truly want to dig into that and set that up, we got stuff for you.
We do. You're right. And okay, we haven't told anyone this yet, y'all. You were the first to hear it. Haven't told anybody this. Ooh. I really not? Yeah, I don't think I have.
What are we telling?
Oh, well, this. Whenever I see like a hiccup, a place where people are tripping, where they're like a lemming, if you know that connotation, they're all falling off the cliff.
Yep.
I want to make the bridge so that this doesn't happen. I want to smooth the road so you don't keep on getting stuck. That's where social emails came from, by the way.
Yep.
So I want to do that right now. I want to do that for content creation. I've laid it out before, but I think that there needs to be some more hand-holding.
Mm-hmm.
And not like hand-holding, like, oh, you got this, but hand-holding like, okay, that you're amazing this way. Look at this. Don't do that. Try this. Like, I want to coach you up on this, show you the framework, get you a month's worth of content, and get this thing going.
Mm-hmm.
So
get this train out of the station.
get the train out of the station. So starting in February, this is coming out in February.
This is February 1st.
It's the month of love. We're doing something called social content.
Mm-hmm.
It is 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 5 weeks, 4 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks. It's some weeks.
It's some weeks. Whatever you
some
end up
weeks.
needing. Some weeks together.
Together. And like literally you, me, and whoever else wants to do it with me. And literally, I'm going to walk you through the framework and we're going to figure this shiz out.
Yes.
And by the end, you're going to have a month's worth of content. As long as you do the work, I'm going to show up with you live and we're going to make this happen.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing though, that, most of my programs are affordable, but if you want time with me, you pay for that. Okay. Let me just,
yes.
this is going to be one that's like, wait, didn't you say you have to pay for it? I did. But literally it's, how much is it?
67.
It is. Yeah, that's how much I thought so, but I'm like, I could get that wrong. $67. We're going to do live coaching. I'm going to walk you through. You're going to make your content and know how to do it without me after for $67.
You know how much I've paid someone to do this with me before?
Tell me.
$497. Yeah.
So for $497, no, just kidding.
So you guys, this is, I'm just saying, put it into perspective here, like valuable. And actually, if you were in the makeover with us last week, you do know about this.
Mm-hmm,
But if you weren't, this is news to you.
Right. That's also true. Recording, but from the time recording it, nobody knows. Nobody knows but you. So
But
there
you.
it is. I'm calling, I love to name things what they are.
Yes.
It's social content.
Social content for the social seller who is just starting out, ready to crush their content. That's our tagline.
Right. That's right. You got it. I don't know where you go. RoxTalks.co/
social content.
Yeah, I almost said makeover. Don't ask me.
You guys can never trust our URLs. You just go to the show notes where we have someone who edits them. Me.
Wait, speaking of that, if y'all haven't heard, we moved. RoxTalksPodcast.com is still a thing. Don't worry. But if you are doing any of our other things, we're no longer socialstoriesmembership.com. We are RoxTalks.co, baby.
Yeah, baby. Because you guys, this is Social Stories has been an amazing membership. It's not necessarily going anywhere, but we just keep evolving and improving. And, the brand is going with that too. So it's been time. I remember, Roxanne, 2022, I was like, okay, we're changing the website. And we just weren't ready yet. We're like, oh, I don't know. What do we change it to? So we changed it. Boom.
We changed it. Made that decision. And then it was like, turn it on. And for those of you who believe in Mercury in retrograde, we did it during that.
I told her not to.
I know, but I was like, listen, I'm a manifestor. It's happening. It was time.
And I said, okay.
Peace be with you.
And then I signed out of Slack. No, I was like, nope, I'm not even going to be here. I'm gone.
Will she be there when it gets rough? Nope. Not if it's a website during Mercury retrograde. She will not.
No. It's right on the line.
What's going on with you behind the scenes, Missy?
Currently, as we speak, our basement has stud walls. We have been renovating. And we're doing an office, a bedroom, a storage area, a living room, and then a space I don't really know what we're doing yet. And so it's all mapped out.
Oh, I didn't know you're doing all those things. That's awesome.
All of it. I'm not probably going to decorate it all or be able to fill it with things for a little while, but it's all there. And so we are this week, we can't do any more until we can get the electrician here next week. And so I was like, hey guys, do you want to paint my kitchen cabinets? And so that's getting done right now.
You are such a home improvementer.
I just want to love my space because I'm very much a homebody. And so I just want every area to embody what I love. And those kitchen cabinets, I've been wanting to do this for 4 years. So
it's time. Huh?
It's time. We got a gift card for Christmas to Home Depot, so you better believe I went and bought the paint.
That's exciting. So you're going to put it on social so we can see it?
Yeah, you guys keep watching my reels because the one I did the other day was my old cabinets, and so the next time I do one, it'll be my new ones.
Hey, that's exciting.
How about you, bride?
Oh, I'm back into the wedding thing. So, Scott's like, you and Scott say I go in spurts. So, holiday over, wedding's coming. It is exactly from when we're recording this, just in case you wanted to know. I am getting married in exactly 168 days. So there it is. I know.
Getting lower.
So, this week or this month was the whole like, okay, family, because we can only have 22 people tops. Family, can you come? And family that said no, then I'm like, yes. Now, oh wait, that was.
Oh darn!
Oh wow, Rox,
Gonna
that
miss
just came
ya.
out. No, I love my family, and I love his family. They're great, but if you can't come, great. That means that there's people who are meant to come in my space, like my friends. So there it is.
I know that's what I brought it up to Jeremy yesterday. I was like, I just want you to think about this. He needs processing time. He's not aligned in his human design. So I'm like, you think about it. I don't want you to say no because his first reaction is always no. And I'm like, just don't say anything. I'm just going to drop this little nugget on you and I'll be back. I'll circle back. So it's been dropped.
And when it dropped, how did he what was the reaction?
Oh, it's his same reaction. What?
Oh, yeah.
Huh? Why you can't do that? I'm like, I can do whatever I want. And I don't mean that like in the marriage thing. I mean like whatever I want, the universe will give me. So
possible. Yeah. Okay. Good. So hopefully Tara Bear will be in paradise with me in 168 days. So that's done. And you know what else we did is we went ahead and did so we was gonna do the whole like virtual wedding in the sense that people could watch.
Yeah.
Didn't want to do Zoom because while we love Zoom, hi Zoom, it's not this, and for his parents, because his parents wouldn't have been able to come regardless.
Right.
Just because they're older. And his dad was like, I can't do his accent. It's like a Boston amazing accent. He's like, Roxanne. Anyhow, he has had trouble with Zoom weddings in the past.
Yeah.
And so, and I mean, even like they don't go to weddings. Anyhow, all this to say, I was like, don't worry, I found a place. So we were all excited about it. And then Scott's like, what? And I'm like, okay.
Jeremy and Scott sound the same.
I know. It's really weird. So I'm like, so I told the people, I gotta wait. We're gonna do it. Don't worry. But I just need to get my groom on board. And then he was like, we're doing it, right? I'm like, yeah. And then I went to, he's like, no, do it. I'm like, we had the conversation this weekend and we did it. So it's official. We're using Lovestream. Y'all, they are gonna have they're gonna give us the cameras and stuff that'll be there. They're gonna have a producer who's gonna be offsite. We're not flying the producer over into the Bahamas. It's not happening.
Yeah.
But they'll have a producer there at the moment. Rochelle's boyfriend will be in charge of setting all the things up.
Yeah.
And there'll be different camera shots, which I love. I mean, with my background, how can I not have different camera shots?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it'll be mic'd.
Oh my God, it's gonna be like a reality show.
Totally, which means
hopefully
you guys
without
are
the
all
drama.
invited to the wedding.
But it's $20.
She's joking. If you know, you know. I'm not charging.
It's free.
It's free, but everyone will be able to watch it. So I'm really
that'll be cool.
And they can chat on it, and then we can stop by and be like, "Thanks for coming." But I was just going to do the actual. You opened a can of worms asking me this. I was going to do just the actual ceremony, and Scott's like, "No, if we're going to do it, we got to do the whole thing." I'm like, "People don't want to see us eat," but now we're going to be doing the reception as well too.
Oh, cool. People want to see it. Come on, take it from JC. People want to see you eat. People want to see you shove cake in your face. They want to see you dance.
Can I just tell you that I have a feeling that JC or someone that I love, like musician wise, is going to happen to be at the hotel during the wedding, and they're going to sing at my wedding. I just want you to know this because I've already that's happening.
Okay.
But if JC's there,
I'm a very good singer.
Married.
You might have to call the wedding off. Scott.
It's been real, Scott. It's been real.
All right,
I'm taking
guys.
Bailey with me. We gotta go.
We gotta go. We'll see you next week.
Bye, everybody.